Hi, welcome to Charlotte's Cooking Show. I'm Charlotte. Today we're making parchment paper pockets and we're using fresh Atlantic salmon. I love using parchment paper in the kitchen. It's a great tool. I buy mine at Costco, bigger the better. Here's a quick tip for your kitchen when you're using parchment paper or any other thing in a box like this. Push the flap down inside, pull the paper out, and then you pull along, tear along the perforated line. You get a perfect tear every single time. So with parchment paper, it's great. It's great for cleanup. It's easy, no muss, no fuss. When it's all rolled up, nothing can spread out of it, nothing can leak out of it. So we're gonna start with butter. Everything is always better with butter. I'm gonna spread it out. I'm gonna use this offset spreader and I'm going to be very generous. The reason we're using butter on the bottom is so that the potatoes that we're gonna use here in a second don't stick to the bottom. So the butter will melt and it'll make that nice crispy bottom. And then we are going to layer the bottom with our potatoes. We're gonna start with the potatoes. We're gonna lay them down along the bottom. Everybody loves potatoes. Be generous because this is someone's meal. Every meal, there's one meal in each pocket. So we're gonna use lots of nice slices, lay them down like this. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna mix it in with some sweet potatoes. With sweet potatoes, I like to cut them in big chunks because you don't want them to reduce too much because they shrink. So you want them to be nice big chunks like that, all right? And that'll give us some good flavor. So we've got our potatoes laying on top of the butter. We've got our sweet potatoes here. Take a little bit of vegetable oil. We'll just drizzle on top like that. Helps soften the potatoes and the sweet potatoes when they're cooking. Okay, now I'm going to season the potatoes with some good kosher salt. I always use kosher salt, you should too. Okay, big chunks of salt down there. And then I also use black ground pepper. I buy the peppercorns and I kind of grind them up in my magic bullet. It has a grinder blade, it's great. You get fresh ground pepper, season that. The other thing I'm also going to do is I'm going to season my salmon fillet too. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, just like that. Then I'm going to use some of these really bright and colorful vegetables. I've got some baby tomatoes here, I've got shallots, I've got some carrots, and I've got some yellow bell peppers. Whenever you're building a meal, think about the color. Think about bright colors. So these all cook really well. They add great flavor. They also release some of the fluids from themselves and it mixes in with the butter and the oil. So look at that, doesn't that look delicious? So we're almost done. We need a little bit more of our maple syrup. Did I mention that I got this in a discount basket at Sobeys? Anyway, you can buy whatever you want. So we're gonna drizzle it over like this. And then finally, to finish it all off, a little bit of brown sugar, because why not? Drizzle it on top like that. Brown sugar will mix with the maple syrup, the oil, the butter. It'll all the juices will combine and it'll make this delicious sauce inside this pocket. We're going to bring the sides up together and we're just going to bring them up so they're even. We're gonna fold over, roll all the way down, and then we'll fold in the sides. And that way it traps any of the juices that wanna slide out, but it also creates a little bit of a steam packet inside and your meal cooks inside the pocket. Okay, parchment paper pockets, here it is. A little bit of parsley on top to finish it off, but doesn't that look great? Parchment paper pockets.